Well, that can be that. Well, basically the thing is prevent Protoss from getting a third.
Yeah.
There's
Well, third, I guess, is okay if you get 5 bases, but don't let me get a fourth.
Even then, don't let him get a third because he can still max out, and even when you have 5 bases and he has a death ball like you, you can lose pretty easy.
Okay, I'm playing a Protoss now.
You also lost a couple of where you tried to expand, but I killed with Dark Templars.
Yeah, well, that was later in the game.
Yeah, but you need the economy because I have very expensive army, so even if you don't kill it by every attack, then still wither me down slowly.
Basically, I killed just a few stalkers of your army. The core, the Void Race and the Colossus were intact, so that made no difference. And that's, I don't know how to play against Protoss. I mean, against Terran, when they don't cheese and they don't do an all-in, then it's basically GG for them. But against Protoss, I don't know. I don't know what unit composition to get and how to fight.
Roach melee into Roach Infested Broodlord.
You require more minerals.
Yeah, sure you can do that, but
Corruptors are good.
Corruptors
Even
are
if I have
shit.
Void Race.
No, Corruptors are shit.
Because if you get enough Corruptors to kill the Colossus off, then you can waste the Corruptors, and then I won't have time to build up Colossus again. And then your
but then
Colossus
I have
are gone, you
no
can
other
get some
army.
Hydras to kill the Void
I mean,
Race.
to kill all your Colossus, I would have need like, I don't know, 20
You also need to
Corruptors.
like go for it with the roaches. I struggle with flanking. If the Zerg like goes with his army and then I attack it, and then behind me comes a bunch of roaches just targeting my Colossus, that can very quickly be deadly. Like I did with your Broodlords, I always struggle with Broodlords if I meet head on, but I was lucky and got in from the side and stuff.
Well, my roaches were there. I don't had enough infestors, I guess.
That too. Infestors can be really scary, especially flanking with infestors.
Yeah.
It's sick. Because
say,
if you can fungal everything in place, you can run in with your roaches and just target down my Colossus.
I'm just too stupid to play. I don't know.
Played well.
No, I really don't think so.
But you shouldn't have lost that natural to the Void Race though.
Yeah, that was kind of shit.
Should have scouted it, to be honest. I mean, did you even know I had Stargate?
That's the thing. Scouting isn't. Well, all people keep telling me like, oh, you have to sacrifice at 7 minutes 2 overlords from 2 directions. But on a big map like this, and even on other maps, you just can't do it because your overlord isn't there in time. I don't know how to other. Well, obviously you could like rush layer, and then go for overseers, but
okay, I'll give you a big hint. If you see, like, this is becoming somewhat a popular build. If you see the like 4 to 8 Celot warp in early game, like I did,
yeah,
it's usually Void Race. It's just a way to like trick you into making roaches against Celots, and then I'm actually building Void Race. It's working so well on ladder. But if you see that, just start making queens.
Yeah, I mean I hold
Especially
off your zealots pretty easily.
Yeah, yeah,
so
you do. They're not really, like, sometimes you get archery with them, but rarely they really don't do any damage. They just force you to make roaches.
Yeah, well, I was making roaches anyway. You need roaches, but yeah, I get your point.
It's also a way for me to actually, like, if you were going Hydras, you would have had to pull them into battle against the Celots, and then I would know. You can't really hide them.
And it's so fucking hard against a smart Protoss player that don't get out of position with his army and just maxes out to kill him.
Yeah, I think you could have killed some observers. I had really good vision. I had like 3 observers over the entire map, the entire game.
Hmm. Usually that.
Under attack.
Because without vision, I wouldn't have been able to prepare for many of those battles. I knew exactly when you were leaving your base every time. Yeah, I had 2 observers on the map and 1 in my army, basically.
So I mean there were 2 battles.
Yeah, and I knew you were coming every time. And from what angle and what units
Yeah,
you
sure,
had.
but I don't know if that would make a difference.
There was one point where I wasn't sure you had banelings anymore, and then I saw it with my observer, so I warped in 5 sentries. Not that sentries really do too much against banelings in overlords. I think maybe you should be more careful with it, because banelings in overlords is a great way to force me into making mass stalker and void race, so maybe you should.
Yeah, but I can't go Hydras.
No,
I know, it's just...
but definitely try to deny my vision, because the thing I hate most is when Zerg just suddenly is there attacking my army and I had no way to set up for it. Usually lose when that happens, because then your banelings are suddenly in my army and then I die because I wasn't microing backwards. Also try to maybe divert attention, like if you run a few links to one of my bases the moment you attack my front. Won't work every time, but suddenly some guy's looking at the little diversion and you're just killing his main army.
Yeah, sure, I all know these things, but against the smart Protoss, it doesn't work because he has his army in position, and you basically just don't need to leave that kind of well, tight area you're in front of your bases, and then you're fine.
I think you could have got more of an economy though. It's hard to... like, it's easy to run away from the army you make with the overlords, banelings stuff, but it's not so easy to actually try to attack against it.
Yeah, but
It makes our battles last a very long time because I have to keep running, so I think you can take advantage of that and get a few bases extra.
Yeah, but still, DTs or well, Zealot warp-ins are pretty effective at denying that, and with like
Yeah,
Broodlords and Roaches and stuff, they are so slow. Yeah, but you can like protect all your bases with cannons. But when I want to saturate natural and want to protect it with like a huge amount of spine crawlers, I need to waste so many drones.
True. But at the same time, for every hatchery, you can make drones quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
I just think that your army, the army you have there, is a really good defensive army because every battle takes a long time because you have to keep microing backwards, and so I'm not able to just kill you instantly.
Yeah, but where's the point when I let you get like 5 bases and I have like 7 bases, for example, and well, our production is the same, and then I will lose because I need more production than you.
Bane drop my bases. I mean, even if I have a lot of cannons, speed overlords take a lot of damage. You can easily get a few banelings into a mineral line.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there was one point where I was like, oh crap, I need more cannons at my 4th because he can bane drop me anytime. I think you should do that more because, especially in like main bases and natural bases, most people don't get a lot of cannons except when you go Mutalisks.
Basically, what the pros do is to like push against Protoss early on. Not an all-in, but like to deny a base or trade some army. But I don't know how to do that, because every time I want to do it, I just lose. Because they force field like the half of my army in some choke point,
Yeah,
and yeah.
not easy. Still, like what I told Crowson earlier, even if you don't do any damage with Mutas, you still do damage, and it's the same thing for any kind of push. If you just show that your armies are there and that you're trying to be aggressive, the other guy will automatically be more defensive. If I know
Yeah.
there's 15 roaches
Really,
outside
yeah.
my base, I will make more cannons.
Actually, I don't think your aggression was that big of a problem. You weren't aggressive. Well, maybe with
I
this
wasn't.
void race, but
Of course, I know I wasn't too aggressive, but I'm saying that you are afraid to attack early with roaches and stuff because you get force fielded. But you don't necessarily have to go up his ramp, just make sure he sees your roaches and he will automatically be more defensive.
The hive cluster.
Because he isn't sure how many roaches are actually out
yeah,
there.
but when a Protoss plays, when he already plays defensive, then you won't have an advantage because he's just macronac building his 200 supply army. Actually, you need to do damage with it.
Well, I think Bane drops, especially if you can do it early, is really, it will most of
Yeah.
the time do damage because it
But it's,
doesn't really happen
yeah.
a lot, so most Protosses don't really have practice against it. They don't really expect it.
Yeah, Bane drops are good when they have a lot of sentries and stuff, and they are like in the choke and can't micro against them. But they are a big commit. I mean, it's the upgrade is so fucking. You have to spend 300 gas and 300 minerals just to get the upgrades for the
Yeah, but
overlords.
you're getting them anyways for that build.
I
I
know.
mean,
Maybe
you
I
were
just need
doing
more.
it.
Yeah, maybe I just need more brute lords in that position and more infestors.
Yeah, Broodlords are great. You just have to. I think you should keep. Like when you attack me, you send your roaches and everything. They move into me with the Broodlords behind.
I
But I
didn't.
actually.
I really didn't.
Okay.
My brute lords were in front. Then you blinked in. I moved my roaches in to attack
Okay,
your stalkers.
Maybe it was that way.
Mineral field depleted.
Because that's just stupid. The colossus will like melt your army
Yeah.
before your broodlords do any damage,
Exactly,
and then
and
the
then
broodlords
I
don't
blink
have a
in.
meat shield. Yeah.
That's what most people do wrong. But the one battle there was actually kind of close because my stalkers were almost dead,
Yeah.
and when they die,
yeah.
suddenly everything go really quickly.
Yeah, when your stalkers are dead, then you are dead basically.
Yeah.
When they are still like broodlords.
By the way, I'm over, guys. See ya.
Yeah.
Maybe
I really need to train those big battles and unit composition, because I feel like I have a really bad unit composition in late game.
I have an idea. Like if in that kind of situation where I blink in to pick off your broodlords,
Yeah.
what if you just kept some overlords like behind your broodlords, and then you just start dropping banes at my stalkers?
Yeah, sometimes I do that. That's pretty
Yeah.
effective.
Because then they die really quickly, and I'm like, oh crap, and you still have a bunch of broodlords, and my colossus can't shoot up.
Yeah.
That might
Yeah, but
be a good thing to do.
yeah, I need something against the void race though.
Well,
Mm.
mutas are actually pretty good against void race, and yes, they do die to stalkers, but they don't die that quickly, so it will be time saved for the broodlords.
But you have to keep in mind you need to kill the void race. That's important. When you just take some damage, you need to really to kill the void race. When you once killed all the void rays, then it's easy because they build so slow. But